Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Early Career Academic. On this channel, I explore how I use the Passion Planner to set personal and professional goals. In this video, I'm planning out the week of August 13th through August 19th. And before I get into it, I am a Passion Planner ambassador. There is an affiliate link in the description of this video and a discount code if you'd like to purchase any Passion Planner products. I am doing a voiceover because last week, orientation sucked up my life. It was 3 straight days of orientation with a day of office hours to meet with my TAs. It was just a lot, and it was definitely, it definitely took it out of me. My daughter was able to go to daycare, so that made things easier, but it didn't really give me any time because of all the time it took to do orientation. So I really liked last week's spread, but as you may have noticed when I flipped through it, you didn't see me actually in the planner a lot, and that's just because I was elsewhere. I was literally, facilitating orientation. So this week I decided to pull some stickers from the Summer Vibes sticker book as sort of like a nod to the fact that it's still summer, even though my fall semester is rapidly approaching. So right now I'm trying to decide which stickers to put in here. I'm really drawn to this page because of the little to-do stickers. And so I decided to use those in combination with some other decorative elements from different page in the planner, in the sticker book. So anyway, I'm not speeding this video up as I normally would because I figured I would chat at you like I do in my planner videos, even though this will be shorter than those videos are because because I can go faster when I'm not talking and planning at the same time. But I figured I might as well take the time to catch up with you. So here I'm using the washi from that page. It's almost the right length for the medium Passion Planner, but I have to cut a little off the ends. And I just really like it because I don't even need to white out the dark spots because it's a very opaque washi, so you can't see the dark headers through it. So the week that I'm planning here is the final week before the fall semester starts at my institution. And thankfully, it is meeting minimal. I have one meeting scheduled on Wednesday with one of my TAs who couldn't make it to last week. And other than that, I have nothing scheduled for this week, which is perfect because I need to spend Tuesday through Thursday, when my daughter is in daycare, madly writing an article that is due. And normally I don't do it this way. You've been following this channel and watching my academic sprints and all of that. You know that I am a fan of a sprint, but I normally don't have this much left to the last second. And it's because you're probably not shocked. I planned too much into my summer. I still think that I struck a fairly good balance between work and enjoying my summer, but I just planned too much for this year. And I don't know if it was sort of the bump effect that maternity leave had or what exactly. But I think honestly, admin didn't help. I wasn't anticipating the amount of work that we had to do in the spring, so it kind of shifted everything. But anyway, I'm going to pull it out and get it together and get this manuscript off my desk and feel really good about where we're at academic writing wise. I am going to do an update video at some point, probably this week, where I go over my goals so you can see how those are going. And I'll actually have some progress to report on that front. But in any case, this week is definitely easier in a lot of senses. Don't have meetings, will have daycare. The combination of that means I actually can get work done. I am recording this voiceover on Monday, the 14th, and so I have done so far today course reviews for my TAs and emails mainly. My daughter is napping presently, so I've decided to do this voiceover, and then I'm probably going to spend the evening or the late afternoon hours doing some course prep. My husband will get home soon and he can take over for baby. I made a stew earlier, so we don't have to worry about dinner. So that is how we juggle the things. I really have very little left to do on my own course prep. I just have a few more modules to build out and then I'll be done. And I need to schedule my Friday welcome emails to my students, but otherwise it is like set to go. So I'm feeling really good about that. And then, as I said, I'm going to spend Tuesday through Thursday madly writing this article that I have been gathering data for and notes and research and everything all summer. So luckily I was able to get an extension from my very generous special collection editors. They are wonderful people. I will be forever grateful for them. So definitely excited about that. I probably will also have some other work I got to do Tuesday through Thursday. Certainly, I'm still waiting on a couple of syllabi from my TAs, but otherwise it's going to be pretty minimal and focused on writing. And then on top of all that, my daughter is getting baptized next weekend. So there is actually very little I have to do for that anymore. I did a lot of it last weekend. Just getting like the table decorations and favors squared away. The food is ordered, but I do need to spend a little time on Friday or Saturday morning prepping some deviled eggs and a fruit salad. Those are the only things I'm making myself. Everything else will be ordered from somewhere. And Saturday is a busy day because we're going to be dropping all the food off at the church. They have like industrial fridges where we can keep everything. So we're going to be dropping off all the decorations and the cake and the food and everything, so that it will be much easier Sunday morning to roll up and get ready for the actual baptism, and then just set the food out afterward for reception. So it's a lot. I didn't realize how much work it was going to be when I got into it, but my husband has done a lot of the planning, and then eventually, the little details fell to me. But he has helped me every step of the way. So we are feeling pretty good about it. And, not entirely sure who else coming. We did get some RSVPs, but anyway, here I am putting a box in the Good Things That Happened. I just really liked this box, even though it doesn't quite fit in the actual printed box. I liked the color of the poinsettias in the corner, and I thought, why not bring a little color over to that side of the page? And I am going back to the to-do list at the top of each day, as you can see. I'm honestly not certain how those will look exactly, just because as I said, I'm planning on spending Tuesday through Thursday writing my manuscript mainly, but I know I'll have other to-dos that pop up, so it's nice to have a little place to put them. Everything else is really kind of like administrative, email sending, baptism preparation. That's pretty much the rest of this week. So as you can see here, I'm looking for some decorative stickers to kind of fill out the spread a little bit. I also plan to do a little time blocking. I think it's useful for me to find ways to check in with my planner, and time blocking is one of those things that helps with that. I can once I drop the baby off at daycare, I can sit down and see okay, I'm going to write for this period. I'll take a break here, come back to it here. It gives me a more realistic picture too of how many actual hours of writing time it will be. So that is useful. And Friday is when I told them I would submit the manuscript, and that's what I plan. That's my intention for sure, because the weekend is just insane. So I wanted to be done with it by then. So Friday is the day I might clean up, citations, go back over it. I won't have the freshest mind. I like to normally spend time away from the manuscript before I submit it, because it's so much better to look at it with a fresh mind, fresh eyes and fresh mind. But I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm a mom now. This is my life. So it is what it is. And I'll be, fresher, after taking a night of sleep and taking some space away from the paper to be with the baby. So, I would definitely call in the cavalry to help me, with her, on these other days, except our parents are out of town, both of them, and everyone else I know pretty much has a day job. So it is what it is. Normally I'd have a little bit more like wiggle room to get some extra baby care so that I could, punch it out if I needed to. It's just like it's a challenging period. But we'll get through it. And then the fall semester will start, and I can take a writing break to recover, but not too much of a writing break because I still have my edited collection coming down the pipe, so I got to be on top of that. Anyway, so I'm hoping to, in one of these days, squeeze in a short update video about my goals. I have to take a look at my content calendar and just see, but I'm thinking about knocking out a few shorter videos on updates. And then pretty soon it'll be time to plan September, which is just insane. So we'll have some of those September plan with me's and some other things coming your way. I'm really excited to share with you. So here's what I like to do with the decorative stickers is to scatter them around a little bit, to add a little color here and there, but not block too much of the actual day time, where I like to put the time blocks and anything else that pops up like meetings and such. So that's what I'm doing here, is scattering some of the summary stickers around. I'm also hoping to be a little more on top of my habit tracker this week, although it is Monday and I haven't touched my habit tracker as of this voiceover. So, but it, I want it to be useful to me. It's one of those things where I think when the baby goes to daycare, I'll probably be a little more on top of it. I do a lot of the things on here. I just don't always check them off, and I'm really behind on my 1 line a day journal. I think that's probably the number one thing on there that I'm behind on. Everything else kind of happens the way that it happens. But yeah, I would like to be better about checking that stuff off. Anyway, so let me know in the comments how your August is shaping up. Those of you who are teachers, I'm sure you're kind of madly prepping everything for the fall. Maybe some of you have even started your term, depending on your institution. But maybe you're also trying to soak up the last moments of summer. We did get to go to the pool on Sunday. That was a blast. I got to swim during the adult swim time, which was nice, and Freya got in the pool as well. It was a little chillier than she was used to on the other pool days, so she spent a little more time in the baby pool because it was much warmer since it's so shallow. And the day before, we went to her first kid birthday party of her little life. It was at a berry picking farm. Did you know that they do kid birthday parties? I mean, some of them do. It's just like an amazing idea. We were so hot, let me tell you. I mean, I've never been probably more hot in my life, but we did have like a sheltered picnic area for the birthday party part of it, a private trolley to take us to a special grove where we knew we were going to be able to get our hands on some berries in quick order, So it actually went really well, as smoothly as it could possibly have gone given the number of people and kids and heat and everything. And they had all these other cool things for the kids. They had these goats and these pigs, a little farm. You could go feed them, or you could just feed the goats, I think. And then playgrounds, and there were these little diggers where they you put a coin in and then it lets the kids dig in the sand. It was really adorable. Freya she's too young to enjoy a lot of it, but she really liked seeing the goats, and she liked the berries. We give her a little taste here and there. And then the next day, I'm pretty sure I ate all of the berries that we picked. I just love fruit, can't help it. It is what it is. Here I'm writing out my next week list. I find this list very helpful because sometimes stuff creeps up on me, and it's just nice to think about, okay, what's coming at me next week in case there's any prep I need to do for it this week. John's colonoscopy is the following week. So I have to obviously bring him to that and bring him home. But otherwise it's mostly classes that are starting next week. So, but it's just nice to have a list like that, I think, if you are a busy person. And here I am writing in my to-dos, and these are work related. As you can see, the first one on my mind is the manuscript that I need to write. So that is on there. And then a few other like writing related emails and stuff, and 101 prep, as I said, kind of fills that out in the to-do list. So yeah, I don't know how much of squeezing the last drops of summer I'll get to do, but because of this writing project on my plate. But it's very possible that I get to the pool at least a couple more times before it closes. If you are in the Mid-Atlantic region or north of that, you know that our pools close on Labor Day or after Labor Day. So we try to squeeze in as much time as possible. Also, my husband and I are going to go to another Stanton trip Labor Day weekend, and I think the plan is that it'll be the first weekend that Freya stays overnight with my parents. So we can have an adult weekend, which I'm looking forward to and also very nervous about. So if you are a parent and you have left your children alone with your parents for a weekend, let me know in the comments if I should be thinking about anything in particular. I appreciate it. We're nearing the end here, but I think I'm just adding some to-dos and trying to figure out, like, is there anything else I was supposed to do in August? Interestingly, I'm going to be checking off a lot of these August things all at once because of just the nature of the deadlines piling up. But will we get to make a will? I doubt it. It's still on the list. Keep punting it forward. One of these months we'll have a free weekend where we can sit down and figure it out. You know how it goes. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this kind of rambly voiceover video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Stay tuned. Bye.